Hi guys, welcome back, and as promised, I told you I was going to show you something, how to romance the pants off of your sweetie pie. Now, guess what? Same table, different stuff on it, okay? So, let me just break it down for you right quick with what I did. First of all, is that, okay, whether you're bringing home takeout and you're going to put it on your best plate that you have in your cabinet, or whether you've made a special meal, if you go a little bit of extra effort, that little bit of extra mile, oh my goodness sakes, it makes your sweetheart feel so special just because you've changed the setting just a little bit, okay? Now, let me break it down, like I said, for you right quickly. First of all, Favorite Vineyard, Midnight Magdalena, check them out, please. They are so good, okay? If you don't do that, or if you don't have that at all, you know what? Get your favorite jug of tea, okay? Get whatever is your favorite thing, put it in your glass, right? Now, I didn't have money for flowers today, so I wanted a little bit of color on the table, so I got out my bowl that I had found at the thrift store and filled it with something colorful, right? And look at this. Look at these. They're napkin rings, but they kind of reflect the light in a pretty way, okay? Next thing, these candlesticks, these thrift store, all right? And one of the things that I try to always keep on hand are little tea lights. Again, this is a little votive thrift store find. And a couple of taper candles, all right? You can get those at the Dollar Tree. Seriously, guys, don't spend a lot of money on that, okay? Now, my hand-me-down plates right here. These napkins, thrift store. You've already seen the napkin rings. And my silverware that was a gift. A wedding gift, still using it, good stainless, it'll serve you well. Serve you well. Okay, moving on. All right, glasses that you want right here. You know what I have found that's really, really nice, and it just lifts the table to a little bit different level, is if you have more than one glass, and it's not a big deal, have what you're gonna serve with dinner here, right? Have something like water, or something that you're going to serve after dinner in a cup here, right? Or a cup and saucer, The more stuff you have, of course, the more elegant it's going to look. It can also get to look too busy. So you've got to scale to what you want to do, all right? Now, let me show you this next thing. So let's say you don't have napkins like this, or you don't care anything about having them. Totally fine. Just, you know what? Swap that out. Take your little paper napkin or your paper towel, my word, tie it with a twist tie or a little piece of yarn or something. How cute would that be? And remember, you know, if you're doing something like that, guys, don't get caught up in how difficult it doesn't need to be difficult, okay? It's all about just that little bit of extra effort, okay? All right, what else? Have we talked about everything? Oh, tablecloth. Let me tell you about that. You know what? These were for our wedding. Still using them because it was cheaper to buy them than rent them. Ha ha. Okay, so you know me, I'm all about the thrift store finds. Okay, so let's say you don't have stuff like this. No problem. Guess what? We're just going to take that off, and I'm going to show you something else. Look at this, you guys. You know I'm all about my thrift store lovelies, right? Well, guess what? This little dish, I think that came from the Goodwill, pretty sure. And a saucer. So I've repurposed these things, and you know I love to do that. My word, if something in my house does double duty, I'm all about that. Okay, so with just the littlest amount of effort, the littlest amount of expense that I spent on these things beyond, like whenever, I didn't do that for tonight. I went with what I had on hand. And that's what you want to do, okay? So if you don't have $175 to spend on the table setting, the roses, the whatever, don't worry about it. You know what? I'll tell you something else. You got a favorite flower vase, but you don't have money for flowers? Just do something like that and tell your sweetie, whisk me away. You know me, I'm all about the cheese, love it. Okay, now, you know I mentioned the tablecloth. We bought those for the wedding, right? Still using them, use them all the time. But I was thinking about this whole setting right here and what could I do differently, because as you know, when you think about it, the place that you always sit for your everyday meals, the place that all the family gathers, it has a very familial idea in your mind, okay? Because that's what you're doing all the time there. So you get used to that, right? So that's why it's so important to take the table, even move the position of it. Like I have done, it's usually more in the center of the floor. I pulled it back and I draped this area to give it a completely different ambiance and feel, right? Like this is draped up here. This is so hilarious. But you guys, when I was looking at this, I looked at these chains, which I know were here for plants, right? Okay. But I don't have plants up there right now. But I was looking at those and I was thinking, I think I can do something with that. And so I took this tablecloth, as you can see, and looped it through the rings of that chain right there. And that gave me this beautiful, beautiful little backdrop here. So it completely changes the atmosphere and the feel of the room. And that's what you want. You want to change it up. It doesn't have to be super elegant, but just a little bit of a change makes somebody go, oh, there's something special going on here. I need to check this out, right? So guys, this is it. And like I promised you, with just the smallest amount of effort, with just what you've got on hand, just get creative. Just spend 5 minutes getting creative, thinking about what you can do to make that someone in your life feel really special. I guarantee it'll pay off. You'll have a great time. Now, you're going to have to tell me how this turns out, all right? So throw me up a comment in there. Give me a like. Ooh, subscribe to the channel, baby, if you haven't done it already. And we'll see you next time on Things Tina Does. Bye-bye.